What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be showing you how to make cheese in Farming and Friends. I don't know how to take that title very seriously because it just sounds funny. But anyways, we're making cheese today because they added cheese to the game. So the first thing is we're going to go over what you need to actually make cheese, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. First, you need some cows because cows will make you milk. And then secondly, you need the cheese factory. So the cheese factory, if you go into the build mode, you'll see it costs you 75,000 coins. It's expensive, but let's go ahead and build it really quickly. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna spin it around just a bit so we can have the little depot deposit side, whatever you want to call it, somewhere next to my liquid side of my barn. I don't know what to call it. But we're gonna plop that down here, and let's take a look at this place. Let's go over how it works before we actually start making some cheese. So first off, this is where you park your truck. This is where you put the milk into the factory. You have this large liquid silo attached to the building already. And if you walk over here, this is where it'll tell you how much milk is in the factory. And finally, you have the inside of the factory. I mean, you don't really have to step in here, but it's really cool looking. We'll take a look at it when the factory's actually up and running. But this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. And then out here, this is where the pallets go. This is where you pick them up with a forklift, put them on a flatbed, and go sell them. So let's go ahead and make some cheese. Over here, I have 20 cows. We have a liquid hauler already. This is from the Titan vehicle pack. And we have an automatic barn. It's okay if you don't have an automatic barn. What this does is it automatically puts the liquid inside of my truck for me to go sell or do whatever I want to do with it. And it's really convenient, but if you have a regular barn, it just means you have to carry the jugs of milk. But we have 20 cows here. The most you can have on your farm is 32. I just have some other animals on my farm, so that's why I don't have the maximum. But let's go ahead. We're going to only click the ones that have 300% milk because those are the ones that'll give us 3 jugs of milk. But if they have a little less than that, well, unfortunately, they won't give us 3 jugs each. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to herd them into the barn, and this can hold up to 12 cows. And the nice thing is that when you if we look here, when you harvest cows and their happiness is above 90%, you're going to get free range milk. Well, 90% or higher, actually. So if it's regular milk, you'll get or if it's less than that, you'll get regular milk. If it's spoiled, you can't use that to make cheese. But the good thing about free range milk is when you put it into a factory, it will actually double the amount of milk. And also that funny sound there is like me getting a bonus jug of milk because I upgraded it in the upgrade menu. But like I was saying, with free range milk, it's basically double milk. So you want to make sure your cows are happy, and the ways you keep them happy are with clean pens, food, and space to roam. So as you can see, this is a big pen for them to roam around in, so that it'll keep them happy. But in the meantime, let's also go ahead and herd the rest of our cows. We have a few more stragglers that are still too happy. Well, not happy. I mean, they're happy, but they have too much milk, so we gotta milk them. So let's go ahead, get the stragglers milked really quickly. Yep, you got milked. Anyone else need milking? No? Yes? Oh, you do. Hello. So now we've finally milked every single cow, and if we take a look here, we have 59 milk in our trailer. So let's go ahead and take this over to the cheese factory. Literally, it's so close by. We'll park right, we may have to drive a little bit forward. So the little deposit thing is a little bit off, I think. But we can deposit all 59 milk into here, and that will automatically get this factory up and running. And because the milk was free range, it doubles, like I said, and we now have 118 milk. So now the cheese factory is running, we can take a look at the cool animations really quickly. Like it makes some cool sounds, like this machine here, and then they go into this little bath. They get like a bath in some oil or whatever that is. And then it gets transported over here, and we get cheese. Now, cheese isn't necessarily meant to be a late game thing. It's more of meant for something for intermediate players to make on their farm, because it's not as good as chocolate milk, and the process is a bit more simple than chocolate milk. You don't need a cocoa field, you don't need the cocoa harvester. But for this, you actually need to have a forklift and a truck to transport those pallets. So let's go ahead and we're going to walk over while the factory runs and makes a pallet. We're going to run over here, and we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a forklift and a truck. What truck do we want? And once we go sell this pallet, we'll actually stop by the vehicle store and we'll take a look at the expenses for buying the cheapest truck that can transport pallets, and then also how much it costs to buy a forklift. So while we're waiting to make our first pallet, let's go over some basic numbers for figuring out how good making cheese actually is. So starting off, if you have the maximum number of cows in the game, which is 32, we're going to go ahead and base our numbers off of that. So basically, 32 cows will make 96 milk jugs, and assuming they're free range, that'll double when you put it in the factory, but they will make 96 milk jugs every 13 minutes and 30 seconds. So that means every 13 minutes, 30 seconds, you're gonna get 96 milk, which will turn into 192 milk in this factory, and it takes 54 milk to make one pallet, and it also takes like 11 minutes and 15 seconds for one pallet, so that's a long time. So basically, with 192 milk, it would take you, with 192 milk, every time you milk your cows, and the fact that the cows refill their milk every 13.5 minutes, that basically means you're gonna be limited to making about 15.8 pallets per hour. Now, what the average price is, I don't know, because the developers keep changing things in the game. So when we go sell this pallet, we'll see what the average price is, and from there we'll be able to calculate how much money per hour we can make from selling cheese with 32 cows. And I know I don't have 32 cows. These calculations are not going to be based off of the 20 I have. I'm just basing it off of, like, if I hypothetically had 32 cows. So after about 11 minutes, we finally made our first pallet of cheese. So now let's go ahead and sell it. So using our forklift, which you are required to have to actually sell cheese, we're going to go ahead and see, can I put it on this flatbed? I don't know if I can. I can. Okay. So I can put it on this flatbed truck, but I don't think this truck can actually transport my forklift with it. Okay, it can't. So you don't need the forklift to sell, but maybe like to transport the forklift around the map, you need a truck that can actually attach to. So this is a truck you can buy to potentially transport pallets, but let's go take this to the store. I'll show you where to sell these, and then from there we're gonna see how good honey actually is. Oh wait, no, this is not honey. This is cheese. This is a cheese video. So taking a look at the vehicle store, let's see what trucks you can buy to actually transport your pallets. So first off, we have the R350 flatbed, which we're using for 35,000 coins, but if you spend 5,000 additional coins, you can take this flatbed, which I think holds only one pallet. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it holds 9 boxes and can carry a forklift. So I think that's just one pallet. And you can also carry the forklift on the back. And then if you save up a little bit more, you can actually buy this, which holds 3 pallets. So it is a bit expensive, and also for the forklift, we skip by that. This is 40,000 coins. So it's expensive. But we're going to go ahead, and we still have to sell our pallet of cheese really quickly, and we want to see what the average price is. I don't necessarily know what the price will be on the board. Hopefully it's somewhat green. I've not been very lucky though. Oh, come on, it's red. I'm telling you, it's just been red this whole time. It's literally just straight red. Like literally, the price gets lower and lower every time I get to the store. I don't think it's gonna get any lower, and it still gets lower. Oh my goodness. Okay, so surprisingly, the price actually went up. It's a very mid price. It's only like 1,037 coins. It's not even green, but we're still gonna sell it anyways. We're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like this. And as you can see, one pallet is about 29,000 coins, including the 5% bonus from being in their Roblox group. So let's do the math and see how much money we can make per hour with 32 cows making me cheese. So quickly doing the math, it will make you about 500,000 coins every hour with 32 cows making cheese. So that's not a lot compared to chocolate milk. Chocolate milk will make you almost 2 million coins per hour. I did that math in my chocolate milk video. There's a Cybertruck driving on the roof. So basically, I'm just gonna say it again. So basically, cheese is not as good as chocolate milk. So you might be wondering how I got over to the tree store. Well, I did the math and I forgot how expensive cocoa seeds were, and I forgot how expensive a cocoa harvester is. So a cocoa harvester, I think, will run you 140,000 coins, and each box of cocoa seeds, which holds 50 seeds, is 70,000 coins. So basically, to buy the forklift, to buy the flatbed, and to buy the factory for cheese, it's all about 150,000 coins. Whereas with chocolate milk, to buy the chocolate milk factory, the harvester, and the cocoa trees, that will actually cost you, I think, almost 900,000 coins. So it is a lot cheaper to actually make a cheese setup compared to a cocoa setup. Though chocolate milk is a lot better, it will just be a lot more expensive. And I think cheese is a good way for you to actually unlock chocolate milk, aside from other ways of making money in the game, including growing crops, trees, all that stuff. actually don't endorse making trees or selling trees in this game because it's a really, really slow process. So yeah, if you can make chocolate milk on your farm and you have a good chocolate milk setup, I highly recommend you stick with that. However, if you don't have a cocoa setup because you can't afford it, then you should try making some cheese. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Wait, no, you should subscribe and then goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. Thanks for watching.